Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
We all remember that one professor, the one everyone on campus had to take no matter what subject they taught because how much fun their class was. What if we told you there was a streaming service that had all those professors? One Day University has every must-have professor from the best colleges all across the country. One Day University, the most fun talks from the most fun professors. Available live and on demand. No homework, just the most fun you'll have while learning. Get a special offer at ondayu.com/Odyssey.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A Brazilian Superman impersonator's attempt to mimic stopping a bus backfired after the guy was hit for real by the vehicle.
I don't know if you've seen the video. I guess it's like a thing that he does. But his back is turned to the bus. I wish the audio really delivered because you really don't even notice anything in the audio, but the video is just hilarious because he's just thinking that this bus is going to stop and it doesn't. It just pops him. He's fine. So it's not like he got run over by the bus.
Yeah, he's 35 years old, and like you said, Steve does this all the time. Wears a Superman costume, holds up his hand to halt the bus, but like you said, hits him in the back and sends him stumbling forward. He's lucky. I mean, you could be hurt by a bus.
Well, yeah, and that would be really
Superman.
traumatizing for all the kiddies that think that's actually Superman. Because I don't know if in the video, he's even done his hair to have the Superman curly Q or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
that would be horrible.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're watching, you're like, oh, Mom, this is going to be amazing. And then this guy gets hit by a bus and just bounces off of it. Superman's not nearly as tough as we thought.
But then he did survive, so...
He did say afterwards, he's like, I guess I am the Man of Steel.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I don't know if you saw right there.
Oh, yeah, the video is just a beating. Oh.
Yeah, he just has his back turned to the bus. I don't know what's going on with the bus driver. How do you not notice a man in a blue tight suit with
He thought it was Superman. He figured out Superman will stop it with his head.
Maybe this guy just does it all of the time, and he's like, you know what? I got places to be. People on this bus need to get to their destinations, and screw you, Superman.
Yeah, screw you, Superman. Yeah, he's not playing the
guy. Always outside doing his jokes, thinking he's funny. I'm going to show him who the Man of Steel is.
Well, you know what? He takes responsibility for everything. This Brazilian Superman impersonator. He says, "It's not the franchise company's fault. It's my fault. I take full responsibility."
Oh, it's nice he didn't throw them under the bus.
Sorry. Oh, jeez. Okay. It's a nice rim shot. All right. Okay.
No. If you were going to dress up as a superhero, which superhero would you dress up as and work the streets? What would be your guy?
It would have to. Well, I think I'd have to be like Heavy Thor, Fat Thor.
Fat Thor.
No, you can't steal mine. You have to be old school Adam West Batman.
Oh, that works.
That's a good one.
I'd be more like, if anyone watched the old TV shows, I'd look like Alfred, who tried to dress up as Batman in one episode. And boy, did he did not look good in skin tight. Yeah, he did not look good in that skin tight outfit that Adam West wore. All right, I'll be Adam West Batman. That works.
I think I feel like with the bald head, I should be like Lex Luthor or something like that. That's not a superhero. Well, to some maybe. There's a fine line between superheroes and villains.
I'm trying. There's not too many. There's not too many
bald superheroes are there?
Luke Cage, at least in the TV show, he was bald. That's the only one I can think of right now.
I could do Daredevil. I could just put a thing over my head.
Dude, you could be Professor X.
Oh, good call.
Oh, and I could sit then.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Just roll around everywhere. It's perfect.
Good call, Rev. I completely forgot about Professor X. There you go.
You could be old school David Hasselhoff. Well, he had hair when he was Nick Fury, but new Nick Fury with Sam Jackson doesn't. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
well,
really.
thanks.
I talked myself out of that one.
You could be Martian the Manhunter. Or
Who the hell
Martian
is
Manhunt.
what?
He's from DC.
The Martian Manhunter?
Yeah.
That sounds like your nickname.
But see, Steve, if he has to basically, paint his skin green, and then he'll just look like Shrek.
Yeah,
That's
I'm down
fair.
with being Shrek.
Yeah.
All right, who are we gonna make Vicky?
Ooh.
Oh, a superhero?
Yeah, well,
She can be the Wasp. She's tiny.
I was going to say Adam Ant.
Adam Ant. Okay.
Adam Ant was a singer.
Yeah, you're thinking Ant-Man?
No, it was like, what was that little character? The old cartoon.
The
you
Great
not-
Gazoo guy.
No, I think he kind of.
Oh, Adam Ant.
Yeah.
ATOM.
Oh,
He was a
wow.
cartoon superhero.
Wow,
Someone
how
said-
old is that?
Very.
old.
How do you even know that,
Oh, I
Vicky?
remember that
It was
guy.
Hanna-Barbera. I loved Hanna-Barbera as a
Adam
kid.
Ant was badass. You'd be a good Adam Ant.
Right?
Get that big ass helmet on.
And all shirts
You hide
fit.
your hair.
I was going to say, it looks like he's wearing a dress, which I could just wear a regular shirt and that'll fit me.
Okay.
Yeah, just a shirt and leggings and you got it.
Can I see a picture of Adam Ant? I don't. Okay.
Yeah, right?
Wow, that's way back in the
Instead of an
day.
A, we'll have it be a Vicky.
Yay!
All right.
V.
A giant V on my chest.
Adam Ant. That'll go over great.
Yeah.
Some people are saying I could be One Punch Man. I've had a few texts.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, One Punch Man. He's like an anime kind of parody type character.
But apparently he's
Is he
super,
bald?
super powerful.
Oh, yeah, there he
He's
is.
got a shiny head.
Very shiny.
I'm down with this guy.
Super powerful. Makes sense. He's One Punch Man. I guess all it takes is one punch.
Yep.
I could be like multiple weak Punch Man.
All right, so Rev, you're Fat Thor. Vicky's Adam Ant.
Danny. Who are we going to do for Danny?
Danny.
Emo Hulk.
Emo Hulk.
Yeah, who doesn't go to the gym?
I was going to say Silver...
Danny Gene Hulk?
Yeah, because I'm so emotional, I get angry and then I turn green, but then I don't actually bulk up because I don't actually go to the gym. So,
Aw.
yeah, I just get mad.
Okay.
Real sad.
This
Yeah.
Hulk just won't stop crying.
Yeah.
And listening to My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, and breaking stuff. That's who I'd be.
Well, fair enough. There
So
we
is it
go.
Deadpool's bald? I could be Deadpool.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you could be.
Dr. Manhattan. Is that the blue guy with the big dong?
That's
Yes,
the blue
it is
guy
the
with
Totally
yeah.
Dr. Manhattan. That's
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Steve's Dr.
You're
Manhattan.
gonna have to go walking around naked though, Steve. Is that okay?
Yeah, as long as we pretend it's in a locker room. I'm all right with that.
In the movie, he did wear a thong for a little bit of it. They didn't want to show it all of the time.
Wait, so he
Yeah.
would just like walk around the streets just showing off what he's
Yeah, he
packing?
doesn't care about mortal coils or any of those problems. He'll just walk around
Yeah.
freeballing it, man.
And if there's like crime to fight, would he just like hit people with it?
I don't know if
Well,
he used it as a weapon. He
he
could do so
should
many
have.
other different things, but
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't heard him not do it.
That would be just a way to humiliate the person. Like, I have so many powers, but I am just going to beat you with my blue penis.
Treat it like a baton.
It's like you're not even worth my cosmic power.
So, Vicky, why not you be Catwoman or Poison Ivy?
Actually, I would love to be Poison Ivy and then make out with a Harley Quinn. Hell yeah.
And one time she
Oh.
said Danny should be Loki.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
that
see
would work pretty well, too.
I don't know who that is, but I'm in.
I don't know. Is he?
Tom Hiddleston from the movies. He had the big horny hat.
You saw it, Steve. You
I
just
am
don't
horny.
remember.
Thanks, BJ. Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, oh, cool.
Yeah. There's you know what, Steve? I know how you feel. There's other stuff that I've seen that I don't care about, but I know they were popular, but I don't know who the hell.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, this is the only time I'm ever going to need to know what Loki looks like.
Yeah. Well, we're all getting psyched for his TV show that's coming out.
Oh
soon.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can tell. You're going to be tuned right into Disney Plus. Nice.
Well, if he starts playing hockey with a bunch of like down and out little kids, I'm totally in to watch it.
Oh, the mighty Loki.
I'd be okay with that, actually.
That would be a very interesting mashup. I think I would check that out just for at least one time anyway.
We don't need it, but I do want it.
Yes.
Well, since we're talking superheroes, we have to talk about Thor because apparently Thor is taking on sharks. How? Why? Oh, I'll tell you why. At 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You find yourselves trying to get your Craig Mack on and put some brand new flavor in your ear? Well, funny you should mention that because we have a brand new show that you should check out. It is called Pod Sauce. It is your podcast discovery show.
Everyone's always looking for a podcast recommendation. We got lots of them for you, from true crime to pop culture. And you can join us each week as we dish on all of our favorite podcasts out there. So make sure you download the Odyssey app and search Pod Sauce, or head on over to podsauce.com.
We got you covered, guys.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. National Geographic's going to be kicking off their 9th annual Shark Fest, Shark Beach, with Chris Hemsworth on July 5th. That's where the Shark Fest is going to be, Shark Beach with Chris Hemsworth. And this is part of Shark Week, right? Or is this a whole different thing?
I don't know. I thought
Shark Fest is different than Shark Week.
I thought Shark Week was the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, you're right.
National Geographic's getting in on their game.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so Shark Fest is in competition.
Shark Fest with Thor.
Wow. I mean, really, National Geographic? I mean, you're not going to let Discovery have this? You're really going to do your own shark thing?
Oh, they're the first form of entertainment that's stealing someone else's idea.
Exactly.
And it looks like, so this starts on July 5th, and Shark Week doesn't start until July 11th.
Oh, they're one step ahead of them.
They're sneaking in early.
What douches?
Who's first? Because this says it's their 9th annual Shark Fest.
Shark Week's been happening since 1988.
All right, then.
Boom.
This is the first I've heard of Shark Fest. Boy, they're really doing a great job. Yeah, well, I mean, this is you know what? Now, finally, they've decided we got to get a big name, so they're doing Shark Beach with Chris Hemsworth.
Dude, you're right. I've never heard about Shark Fest.
Yeah, it's an hour-long documentary. It's going to have Chris diving with nurse sharks, meeting with experts, and checking out the latest tech to prevent attacks.
Ooh. Come back to me when you get Mike Tyson like Shark Week did. And Mike Tyson versus a shark. Come on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was epic.
And
was it?
Whoa, I can't, so Shark Fest this year decided to really kind of shove it in Shark Week's face because it's going to be 6 weeks.
So it's more like Shark Month.
Yeah.
That's why it's Shark Fest.
Shark Month and a half.
Right.
I suppose it's not a bad idea. You figure there's, if you're really tired at the end of Shark Week, like you're sad, and hey, Shark Fest is still going on. All right, well, I'll go do that. Sure, why not?
That'd be I don't know if I could pull it off. I'm about to say, why don't we all just watch everything, all the programming for the entire week? Just all we watch is Shark Week. But that seems like a real...
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like a good idea on paper until 2 hours into it. I'm like, I'm done with sharks.
Right?
Yeah. I've never had any really big interest in it at all. I think all I've ever watched was Sharknado. Out of everything that's shark, whatever, Sharknado is the only thing that I've actually paid attention to.
You had to have watched Jaws.
Oh, well, that was way before Shark Week.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, it's the shark movie.
They should use this music for all the Shark Week and Shark Fest shows.
They should.
Yeah.
See, I watched the Mike Tyson one last time, but usually I'm not like as fascinated by sharks as some people are.
Didn't the Mike Tyson one suck?
No, the Mike Tyson one was awesome. You're thinking about the Michael Phelps racing a shark.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
No, Mike Tyson actually got in there, man. It was pretty badass.
Yeah.
He didn't race a fake shark.
I guess Chris Hemsworth is involved because his home country of Australia recently had, of course, one of the worst shark attacks seasons in a century. So he wants to find out how people and sharks can coexist better. Of course, was it Zuckerberg?
Yeah, you stay away from them. That's how you coexist with sharks.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg's got the ankle bracelet that emits some sort of sound that keeps sharks away, and then he painted the bottom of his surfboard zebra colors because they like solid colors better. And so, therefore, as far as food's concerned, so they'll stay away from them.
It's amazing they're able to do the research to figure out that sharks like solid colors better. Like, how do you even like get to that point where you figured that out?
I remember looking this up, and it's because all of the guys who would go out there in their wetsuits, they look like seals. Mm-hmm. And so seals are a tasty treat for the sharks.
Yep.
So they needed to make sure and make them not look like seals so they wouldn't get eaten.
Wow.
Oh, how about this text? Says, I call my ladies time of the month Shark Week. Am I alone on that?
I've heard that before.
I have not heard that before. Up next text, Shark Week is a term I use for a certain cycle. Sounds funny hearing you guys throw it around.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny because I think about like the term safety meeting, and that for me that means you're going off to go smoke pot.
Yeah.
And I've been around someone one time. They're like, "Well, we need to have a safety meeting." I'm like, "You guys do?" They like, and I was like, "Oh wait, they're like legitimately having a meeting,
Actual meeting about safety.
You need to wear your helmet. Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm like, I got the bong. How's that going to stop a rock from hitting us in the head?
Yeah, it's not going to.
So that's what they use Shark Week.
Yeah. Message friends like, yep, nope, can't do that. Shark Week.
I thought Aunt Flo was the thing.
There's a lot of them.
Oh.
Yeah,
I always heard
all of
Aunt
it
Flo's
is.
coming to visit.
Aunt Flo's kind of an old term. Shark Week is a little bit newer there.
And fun.
So I don't even know the origins. Like, what are the? Do I want to know the origins?
I mean,
It's
without
pretty
getting graphic,
self-explanatory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means like a shark will come after you. That's why I thought, as opposed to your attitudes like that,
what
like as a
happens
shark,
in a shark attack?
they bite you.
And what happens when you get bit by a shark?
Okay, that's where you decided to come up with that.
That's how I've always
It's the whole
understood it.
blood in the water.
Yeah.
That's when sharks attack.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, I get it, but I was just like, okay, all right.
Better than Aunt Flo.
No,
I don't
Aunt Flo
know.
is way cooler. The
Yeah.
first time I heard someone
Is it
say
really?
that Aunt Flo visit, I was in tears laughing. That was like the greatest thing ever.
I
Yeah,
feel
Aunt
like-
Flo was hysterical.
I feel like the insurance gal, Flo, now all I think of is, Flo from Progressive.
Yeah. Mhm.
So she ruined it for me, I guess.
And she shows up and then offers you better deals than the current insurance that you have.
Oh, thanks, Aunt Flo.
That makes
All
your
right.
week better when you're dealing with the crap that you're dealing with. Shark doesn't make your week better if it shows up at your door.
That's a good point.
Only gets worse.
Right?
So BuzzFeed asked their readers which main TV characters they couldn't stand. And I don't know how old BuzzFeed people
Ted.
are, but
Ted Mosby.
Ted Mosby, number one.
Has to be.
Should
Oh,
be.
if
Wannabe
He's on the
Ross.
list.
He's such a wannabe Ross.
I was going to say, if he's on there, Ross has to be on there too.
Ross is not on there, but Ted Mosby is. Yeah, he played. They were like the reason he's not liked is because, according to BuzzFeed folks, he played a big part in the normalization and rise of the nice guy variety of the garbage male.
Okay, they got way too analytical. I think on
That's a
this.
lot of
I would just say he was annoying.
Yeah, he was. He was
started
annoying.
off kind of cool, and then he just became this mopey, annoying F.
Yeah, and he sacrificed himself the entire time. Or not sacrificed, but he made himself the person that he was. And it was like, can we just find this guy his wife and move on with the show, please?
Like a martyr?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just
whiny. He seemed very whiny.
Yeah, got his own way a lot. And it's like, okay.
I saw a meme today. Just maybe I can't remember what it was for, but it was basically the cover of How I Met Your Mother, and it said how we took a 1-minute story and turned it into 9 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, when you really think about it, it should have been a really short story with his kids, but it took forever for the dad to tell that tale.
Sure did. Those kids were very patient, by the way, because I would have been out.
Well, and then the ending of it kind of ruined it for me. It was just one of those okay, you told us this story for 9 years to
give us this.
Give us the spoiler, and it's like, I don't want this.
I wouldn't go back and watch the show. We're talking about going back to watch Friends again.
The first season is the first 2 seasons of How I Met Your Mother. I can watch those anytime. As it gets past that, I lose out or tune out.
Yeah, it's too bad they didn't sprinkle the mother in like certain episodes, and then you were surprised, oh, it's her, as opposed because we all thought it was going to be what's her face,
Robin.
Yeah, Robin. We all thought it was going to be Robin, and then they just get some random new person we've never seen, and they introduced her in the last couple of episodes or so, and then that's the mother. Yeah, you had 9 years to do something better than this.
How about Cousin Oliver? Is he on this?
Yeah.
From the Brady
Poor Cousin
Bunch?
Oliver.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not on there, but they do go back old school, Steve.
Because I love that the dog died and they replaced him with a human.
Yeah,
Tiger in real life died, and then
yeah.
So they
And it ruined the show.
It did. After Tiger died, the show went downhill.
Yeah, whenever you try to bring a cute kid into a show that had cute kids, but they're all grown up, it's always tough.
It's over.
It really, really is. I mean, almost every show has that problem. Modern Family, Lily grew up, and then it was like, all right, well, let's have Sofia Vergara and Ed O'Neill's character have a kid. And Ed O'Neill was probably 65, I think, probably when the kid was born. And it was like, okay, nobody cares about little Joe, because everybody's all grown up.
Yeah.
But here's a guy that's way back that people couldn't stand. I don't even know if some of you know this guy. Darren Stevens? Anybody know him?
I do.
Sounds familiar.
I know.
I grew up. I was a fan of Bewitched. It was syndicated all the time when I was growing up.
Yeah.
My two Darrens.
Yeah, right? Didn't they have
They had two different, I don't even know the actors.
Dick Yorks. They had two Dicks.
Was it Dick Sargent and Dick York?
Yep, that's right.
I don't remember which Dick I like better, but
the first Dick. You always like the first Dick better.
Don't need it to come out that way.
Oh, it's Shark Week. What are you going to do?
You broke Steve.
Yeah, Steve's broken right now.
Oh, that's funny.
That Darren.
Yeah.
You know,
he'll do that to you.
I mean, these are life's problems.
Yeah.
Let me see the pictures of the two Dicks.
And they look similar.
I like the one on the left.
Yeah, that's the first
Who's
one.
that guy?
Dick York.
Dick York. I was a Dick York guy then.
He's more
That's the first Dick.
He seemed more likable, too. The other one seemed a little more creepy.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know why Dick's wearing the Hawaiian shirt in that photo that Vicky was just showing.
Well, that Dick likes to party.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. It's funny they said that he was so insufferable and couldn't let Samantha enjoy anything without berating her about witchcraft unless it benefited him. That is true. I do remember that. But I remember that his mother-in-law was,
worst.
Man. Agnes Moorehead, who played the character, I forget, Esmeralda, I think it was. Oh, Esmeralda was she was terrible witch. And she really was a witch.
I grew up watching that show. I don't remember any of the plots other than the bewitched lady going with her nose.
Oh, yeah, wiggling her nose and making stuff happen.
That's all I remember about that show. And I was always so jacked when she would do that. I was like, yeah.
Well, there were a lot of hidden messages in those shows. That and I Dream of Jeannie. I've read some articles based on that. And I mean, Steve, there was like a deep battle for feminism in those shows, though you didn't know that's what was going on. But basically the man trying to keep the woman down, which is Darren saying, don't use your witchcraft, which was, I guess, really like a deep message like, women shouldn't be allowed to use their abilities to get ahead in life.
Now, was it a deep message that the show created, or was it a deep message that some viewers decided to concoct? You know what I mean?
That's always a good question whenever you interpret art. You're absolutely right. I don't know. I could see their point, but you're right. But somebody could be totally making it up, and the bewitched people going, oh, no, it wasn't about that at all. It's just about some stupid husband and his wife who was a witch.
Or they're like, oh, wow, that makes us seem a lot more intelligent than we really were. Yes, of course, that's what we were doing. It was a social commentary.
Totally.
Well, I'll tell you this. They did put a lot of stuff in 60s TV shows in order to send messages. Sometimes they would mess with the censors, and sometimes, they would just be, they would try to get stuff out there. I remember, you watch some of those commentaries that are on DVDs, and you get to hear the actors talking about stuff. And I remember on Lost in Space, the censors were so worried they would have anything sexual in there about the way they dressed that everyone got so pissed that the prop people used to make everything look like a penis. Yeah. And like all of the things they would say, watch this episode. So they were doing this episode. I mean, they were so worried about what we were wearing that they had no idea that Professor Robinson was standing next to a giant metal penis and balls right between them. And I'm looking at the episode going, oh my God, that's exactly what that is. But it was some sort of device, supposedly to transport him somewhere. But they were all laughing going, yeah, nobody ever caught that. That was the biggest joke of the prop department, is they always would do stuff like that.
That prop department probably smoked a lot of pot.
They probably smoked a lot of pot. And look, 6-year-old me, 7-year-old me didn't know that Professor Robinson was between two penises. I had no idea.
Now, so they had both Dick York and Dick Sargent on the show. Forget about it.
Yeah. Anybody hate House? He's another one on this list, Dr. Gregory House.
He was a pain in the ass.
But the show's based on House.
Yeah, he was a pain in the ass, but I loved him. Because it was his show, and he did a good job at the end of the day.
I only watched one episode, and I thought it was okay.
The first episode's especially because they used a weird yellow filter, so everything looked kind of gross.
Why'd they do that?
I don't know. But
tackling jaundice or something?
I guess.
They probably did at one point, yeah.
But it was one of those shows that eventually, everyone leaves except the main guy, and they bring in a whole new cast, and then they all leave, and they bring in a whole new cast, and I stopped watching.
Rev, you were watching that show, too?
I tried to. I would watch it every once in a while. I'd be like, oh, no, everyone says it's really good. But every time, he's just an insufferable ass. If my doctor, actually talked to me like that, I'd be so mad. Literally pissed every single time, because he just talks down to everyone like he knows everything.
A lot of folks started feeling sorry for the patients, really, because of what a douche he was. The Gordon Ramsay of medicine.
But nobody else would have figured out what was wrong with them. It was lupus.
Always lupus.
Always lupus.
A lot of lupus on the show?
That was always the joke.
Yeah,
like,
it's the joke.
It's got to be lupus. It's not lupus.
Oh, okay.
And that's always everyone's guess. And then the first time it was lupus.
That's why
I need to rewatch
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's why.
There it is. It's lupus and he's an a-hole. There you go. You got the show.
That's the show. All right.
They did like over 100 episodes of that show, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was on for a while.
People
liked him enough.
8 seasons.
No, just like, Ted Mosby, 9 seasons of him.
Yeah,
Lots of seasons of Darren.
Yeah, but the show wasn't just called Mosby. I mean, it was, there was Neil Patrick Harris, there was Marshmallow and...
Marshmallow?
Well, that was his nickname for her, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. How about, I know we forget our names.
Lily Pad
and Marshmallow. That's how
right.
I remember their names.
Lily and Marshall, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, Yeah. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Who was the first woman monster to appear in a movie?
Godzilla.
No. Ooh, that's a good guess, though. Solid.
Thank you. Oh, crap. Bride of Frankenstein.
Yes.
Oh, nice work. You want a shot at beating Steve? All right, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.